Well, we're halfway up the trail. I wouldn't take nothing for this experience. Well, ice cold water, moon pie, and a Kit Kat. But other than that, things are going good. Vicky, remember the number to 911, just in case.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you at the top.
A few moments ago.
Welcome back. We are here. We made it to Linville Caverns. We got a little wait. We got about an hour wait before we can go in, but we're gonna go in. The place is pretty cool so far. So, like I said, it's only 2.5 hours, maybe not quite 3, and that ain't bad. You know, you go, you stop, you eat, and you go again. Ain't that right?
That's right.
But we are here, and check it out. This is pretty cool. But we are headed for a tour underground to Linville Caverns.
All right, we gotta stop right here.
20 feet up. Watch your head.
All right, Colin, watch your video.
20 feet up.
As you felt coming in here, it is a full 52 degrees in here all year round. So if you visit in the winter, it feels warm and cozy coming in here. The cave was first discovered in 1822, a little over 200 years ago now. 2 fishermen were following trout upstream when they noticed those fish swimming into a little hole in the side of the mountain. So they squeezed through that opening, I think like any committed fisherman might do, and accidentally found the room that we're in now. That was, like I said, 1822. For over a century, they mapped out the entire cave by wading through this 45 degrees water, holding a lantern. And they turned it into a business in 1937. It's been owned by the same local family for over 85 years now. So they're on their 4th generation now. And we're gonna head on in here. So if you guys are ready, follow me the rest of the way. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and please make sure you watch your head. All right, come on in this way, guys. Everyone. You guys sit back and kind of scooch up in a little bit over here if you want to be able to see a little better. I'm going to talk about this big upper level here. So if you guys can't see it, y'all can come closer in. Okay? So as we go through, the cave has multiple floors. This is the main level, obviously. There's lots of upper levels as well. And this is one of the bigger ones. It goes back 22 feet. And it does look pretty thick, at least from our perspective. But if you look near the back, you can see there's a big hole in the floor back there, where some poor guy learned the hard way that it is not as thick as you think. It's only about 1 inch, and it is pretty fragile, but we have not tested small children yet, so at least we know adults can't fit up there. Do you want to try to climb up there, huh? Now, this is one of the larger upper floors. There's another one at the back of the cave we get to go up onto, and in a few stops, we get to see the lower level, which we call the bottomless pool. And if anybody remembers the bottomless pool, if you've been here before, you know that's where everybody finds out whether you're claustrophobic or not, right? So we'll see how we do. We're gonna scooch in a little further here, guys. So if y'all don't mind, you can slide out along to the chain. That way you can avoid these very low rocks on the right, so watch out for these. If you look to your left, you'll see another window into that same upper floor and some really beautiful flow stone on the stone up here. We're gonna come right around the corner this way, guys. Just watch your head as you come around here. We're doing great, guys. Obviously, we have that nice back dripstone. We'll also see a lot of flowstone as we move through the cave. This is flowstone here. It's named for how the water flows over the walls of the cave. We also have stalactites like these. We all know about stalactites. And lesser known, but my personal favorite, is cave bacon right up here. A little piece of bacon. We're going to walk right underneath it here. So y'all follow me right this way. Watch out for the water on the ceiling there. There's a roller coaster at the end of the cave.
Oh.
It's actually a line at Disney World the whole time. Just looks that good, right? All right, gang. So this is the largest room inside the cave. This is at least the widest, so it's the most personal space you're going to have for the rest of the tour. Please enjoy it while you can. They call it the fireplace room or the deserter's fireplace, and that's because Civil War soldiers used this as a hideout in the early 1860s. They had permission from the local landowners, the farmers that owned this cave and the property, to live in this room, and they successfully hid in here around a campfire for almost a year. Eventually, I know, I think so too. Eventually, authorities came through this area and they saw smoke trails coming from the tip of the mountain. And that's how the soldiers were discovered hiding out in here. So they did not get the happy ending that they hoped for. They were arrested as deserters or for treason. But the smoke from their campfire left a permanent mark on the inside of the cave here. And if we look up at the ceiling, you can see it looks a lot different than the rest of the cave. All the gray soot built up from that campfire. Do you see a smiley face? And you'll also see this flaky brown kind of buildup. And this is all permanent smoke damage from those campfires. You'll also notice tiny bits of pyrite, if I can find. Oh, there's some right there. You guys see that little bit of gold in the ceiling? This is fool's gold. I think there might be some over here too. I can use my little child puppet over there. There's a lot of fool's gold you'll see throughout here. Also a lot of mica. That's the silvery glitter you kind of notice through the creeks and on the rocks here. We don't have any real valuable gemstones, but we do have one that we'll look at in a little bit. But we're going to head up from here. Watch your step coming up the ramp this way, but we're going up into the tallest room of the cave here. I'm going to talk about this lovely stone wall when we get to the top here. But you guys look up at the ceiling as you come in. There's some really beautiful stalactites all the way up there. You're getting a lot of cave kisses, huh?
What's that water dripping right there?
It's about 25 feet high. It is called the cathedral because it does feel a little bit like a big church. And those large stalactites you can see up there are very obviously damaged. At one point they were so long we could touch them from standing here. But 85 years ago, there was a hurricane event called the Great Flood of 1940. It completely damaged the inside of the cavern, filling it with rock and mud. And it took about a year and a half for them to repair it back to what you see today. All the man-made walls are retention walls from 85 years ago. Guys, coming in, look up at all this up here.
Yeah, that's so cool. So was the water dripping in my eye.
Yeah.
That was good.
It's 99% pure groundwater, if that helps.
Yeah, I can drink it.
If ever landed in your eye, it might give you night vision.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we're gonna go all the way back through this hallway, but as y'all come in, look up above your head at all this gorgeous flowstone. This flowstone grows at a rate of less than an inch per century. So these are millions of years old. We're gonna go all the way in the back. Please watch your head as you go. Come on in this way, guys. You can touch to your heart's content. We're gonna go all the way down to the end here. I know that's not you all right, sweet? Yeah. Okay. You can touch back here. This is the only part where you can touch the cave, so you can touch everything you want.
This is so neat.
You guys all right? Cool.
Yeah, she isn't.
Oh, don't, oh, I see the hole down there. The hole in the floor.
Oh, there's a glass right
All
there.
right, guys, keep on coming in here. You can touch all you want once you get back in here. We're gonna keep on sliding down as far forward as we can. So everyone just squishing really tight down there as far as we can squish.
Squeeze.
Yeah, baby.
Pretty cool.
That's why I tell everyone. Yeah, I get it. That's why I say. But you got it. All right, guys, so if y'all look down under our shoes here, this is what we're here to see, and this is what we call the bottomless pool. This is a natural well, so we're not looking at plexiglass. This is very still well water. And the furthest they've measured down into this pool is 25 stories.
Wow.
25 stories?
We have never successfully found the bottom, hence the name. And we have had divers attempt to go in there, but they never make it further than 15 feet because it does get very narrow. This is a natural well. It is large enough for all the houses in North Cove Valley, and it also produces 65% of our country's medical saline supply.
Yes.
From the factory down the road. Y'all did a great job squeezing back here, though. If everybody is ready, I'm going to go ahead and push the button that opens the floor.
What?
Hey, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The one little like button. Turn around and head back out the way you came out. On your way out here, if you look up over your head, you can see there's two stalactites here right in front of this sconce, and one of them looks a lot like a fish. But watch your head as you come out. There's those stalactites if you missed them. We're gonna squeeze on out the same way here. I'll be right behind you guys. Good job.
What's up?
You wanna go front?
Get all the touching out of your system while you can, guys. It all just feels like a wet rock, right? That was cool.
That's pretty cool. 25 stories down there. That's crazy.
Alright, y'all come right about over here.
Wow, so cool.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah. I bet you could guess though, you seem really smart. What do you think it's from? Say what?
Calcium.
You're very close, actually it's from copper. So all the beautiful green in this room comes from oxidized copper. And right now we are a little less than half a mile under the top of the mountain here. As the water flows down, it leaves behind traces of that copper, creating this beautiful flowstone. They call this one Frozen Niagara. They weren't super creative in the 1800s, but it does look and feel a lot like a waterfall. They date this one at about 6 to 8 million years old. I think we can all agree that the age is astronomical, but it is very beautiful. We also have this big stalactite over here that you probably noticed. This is the largest intact stalactite in the cave. It has survived all major natural disasters. The main thing about this one is you'll notice the front of it looks more stripped of its color, and it's probably been touched the most out of any formation in the cave. In their defense, 200 years is a very long time, a lot of people, and there's probably a huge amount of that time where they didn't know the effect they were having on the cave. But it makes it really easy to see the difference that the oils in our hands can make touching this one versus this one up here having never been touched. Wow. So, beautiful, right? We're going to scooch right around the corner here in just a second. See if they turn the lights back on. No, not yet. We'll see how it goes. We're going to cut this one on in just a second. You'll also see this dark smoky gray color through here. All comes from manganese. So that's another one of the common elements in the cave. We're going to head right around the corner here down this little hallway. So you guys just watch your heads going through there. Okay. All right, everybody, watch your head right under here. We're going to head right up these stairs.
We have a guys, so we are heading back towards that door. We're gonna let this group come up these stairs here.
There's one.
That's a good one. It usually takes one, honestly. Yeah.
I don't know, I'm slow. It might be two.
All right, my group, keep on filing in here. Scoot to the right best you can so this poor group can escape. They've been back here for days now.
We may be a little bit hungry, don't mind.
Yeah, there you go. Thank y'all for coming, everybody. Good luck, y'all. All right, guys, so we are going to head up these naturally formed cave stairs, okay? Now, this is the upper level of the cavern. They call it the Gilkey Room. It is really exceptionally beautiful. So please take your time taking pictures as you walk through here. If you look down at waist level, you'll notice a weird bumpy formation, and they call that cave coral or cave popcorn. That grows when water like this drips into a stagnant puddle and leaves the minerals in a little pile under the surface of the water. So watch your step coming on up here. I'll meet you guys right around the corner down there.
Yeah, watch your head right there, Vicky.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool looking there. Look at it. That's neat. We was in one of these in Tennessee. I can't think of the name of it. Mammoth Cave, maybe somewhere over there. And
Yeah.
an earthquake come across the United States while we were down there.
That's so cool.
And we went,
I mean,
"Whoa!"
scary, I guess, but my first instinct is like really cool.
It was, but we didn't know what was going on either because we're down there in the cave.
Yeah, I actually had a geologist talk to me about that. I asked him about fault lines in this area because we do have fault lines that go through this area too. And he said the safest place to be is under it because all the vibration happens above it. So that's interesting that you guys were actually like under it and felt that happen. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't know if it really gives me peace of mind, but. All right, guys. So y'all take all this in. As you look around here, you'll see some little stalagmites on top of the flowstone. These little guys over here. And there's not a lot of stalagmites in the cave because the whole floor was covered with water. But in some cases, they do attach to a stalactite, and that's called a column, like you see right here. The cave coral I pointed out is all the bumpy stuff down there at waist level and up here to the right as well. But we're gonna head down these wet stairs. So again, be careful coming down. I'll see you guys right around the corner, all right?
Well, what's that down there? Fill the river.
We don't have trout, but maybe I can placate you with the spiders. That's the best we've got right now.
Yeah, don't touch the spiders either.
Yeah, let's not.
All right, we have moved on. We're now at the Linville Gorge Wilderness Pisgah National Forest. We're gonna go down here and take a look at Linville Falls from the top looking down instead of the bottom looking up. Want to?
Yep.
Might as well. It's a nice day now. It rained, it's cool. So come on, let's follow the trail. Pine Gap Trail. Really cool area out here if you guys want to come. It's only, what was it, 2.5 hours, 3 hours from Asheboro, North Carolina. All right. Yeah. You gotta start coming out here. Be careful on these stumps sticking out the ground, or roots. Where's a walking stick when you need it? You still back there, dear?
Mm-hmm. Can't believe you made us walk all the way down here, Vicky, for that little waterfall.
Did you touch the water, Thomas? See how cold it was? Dive in. We ain't got a towel.
I will get in.
You'll be soaking wet in the car. I don't know if she's got anything in the back or not. Well, we're halfway up the trail. I wouldn't take nothing for this experience. Well, ice cold water, moon pie, and a Kit Kat. But other than that, things are going good. Vicky, remember the number to 911, just in case.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you at the top.